The free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in, tells you what to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
I think inflation's coming down very rapidly, and there's enough tightening policy already in the pipe from slow money growth, slower fiscal stimulus, a big rise in the dollar, big rise in yields, that's going to continue to push downward force on inflation well into next spring, I think. I do think the economy is in a lot better shape than we think compared to past cycles, primarily because balance sheets are so much stronger than they used to be. The debt-to-income ratio in the household sector hasn't been this low since 1990. Net worths are really strong. Cash levels, liquidity are
Unbelievable. Household debt is at historic levels. The guy's plain out lying to you. That's what they do. They lie. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. This is incredible what this guy is saying. And by the way, the rally. Do not chase the tech rally that's going on this afternoon. If you start chasing these tech stocks with yields this high, you're going to lose money. I'm noticing people are starting to come in and buy tech stocks again. That's the worst thing you can do. The money is being made right now, and has been made, in bank stocks. That's what's finally been moving, the bank stocks, as bank stocks go along with high yields. The 10-year Treasury is 3.32, 332 basis points. Tech stocks, the people that are buying these tech stocks, they're either covering their short position or they're tourists. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Now, we follow the same tech stocks every day. And I'm telling you right now, these tech stocks, if you're chasing these, you are going to lose money. First of all, you got a volume problem, number one. Everyone's treating this like, okay, the market's not going to go down anymore. Are you kidding me? If you recall, on January 18th, 2018, I said, mark this day down. This is the beginning of the crash. And I said, also, this is going to be different than all the other crashes. Because other crashes, it's about earnings. Earnings. When earnings tank, the end of it. But this crash is being supported by 120. This market has been supported over the last 13 years with huge liquidity. We never had a market crash where they come in and they put tremendous liquidity for 13 years. And that, when you have that kind of liquidity holding up the market, just look what happened between 2020 March and November 2021, after the market crashed 31% between January 2020, March 2020. They created a 121% rally. How did they do that? They printed $40 trillion. They took the $40 trillion and they split it between, they always do this, between the 5 largest investment banks. And by the way, these 5 large investment banks are Wells Fargo, Bank of America, USB, JP Morgan, and Citi. And we watch those stocks every day. And we own these stocks. They take the money and they go in and actually start buying stocks. They've been doing that since 2008 to January 2020. Think about that. From 2008 to January 2020, that's how the market rallied. Quantitative easing. They also are printing $150 billion a month to go into the banks that were very, very weak. And to strengthen the banks, they would go in every month, print $150 billion, and they would buy their mortgages, mortgage-backed securities. So they would have liquidity because the banks were in trouble. 2021, the market started to crash. 2020, rather. January, the market started to crash. They stopped the crash by printing $40 trillion. And 1 month after they printed the $40 trillion and split it among those 5 banks to go in and buy stocks, when they bought stocks, guess what stocks they bought with that money? Apple, Google, Amazon, Meta, Netflix. You know what those are? The FANG stocks. So they bought those specific stocks to rally the market. So this entire market from 2008 to January 2020, from March 2020 to, say, January 2022, has been artificially propped up with nothing but liquidity. So it takes time. That market just doesn't crash. I said to you back in 2018, I said it's going to take at least 24 months or more before it crashes. Because the market can't crash when you keep printing money every time the market pulls back a little bit. And all they're doing is creating a bubble. Now remember what the Federal Reserve is. They're a bubble maker. They make bubbles and they break them. They work for the wealthy. They love inflation. They also create inflation so the wealthy become more wealthy. Most people don't know that. The Federal Reserve job is to make stock bubbles and then to break stock bubbles. They made the dot-com bubble. Look at the stocks of dot-com companies. These companies' stocks went from $5 to $200 within a couple days. Some of those companies didn't even have a phone, didn't even have an address, just .com. But they were able to create the bubble by creating money, and because it's a tech stock, they don't have to have earnings. All you got to do is go and buy the stock, and it's like one big gambling parlor. Everybody just jumps in. Guy buys a stock for $80. He thinks he can sell it to somebody else for $90. Another guy buys it for $90. He thought he could sell it for $190. Another guy bought it for $190. He thinks he can sell it for $290. That's what was going on. Because remember, tech stocks don't need profits to go up. That's what's dangerous about them. So they created the dot-com bubble, the housing bubble, and they crashed both of those. Now, what's the easiest way to crash a market, like what they're doing right now? They're going to engineer a dollar shortage. That's how they crash markets. Anytime they want to crash a market, they will engineer a dollar shortage. The Fed will make sure the economy starts slowing down. When the economy starts slowing down, they slow down by how? By pulling liquidity out. Instead of printing 150 billion, 200 billion every month or every day, they start pulling money out. As the economy slows, the Fed then starts talking about tightening, a monetary policy of tightening, of raising rates. So you have to have a combination where the Fed talks about higher rates and you have a sluggish economy. And they can create the sluggish economy. That way, everyone will dump the dollar, their currencies, to buy the dollar. Everybody will dump euros to buy the dollar. What happens next? I'll tell you when I get back. Phil's gang. Join my gang. Free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable. African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, like I said in the opening, do not chase these tech stocks. One stock rallied, DocuSign, went up 17%. So all the tourists start jumping into Apple and Microsoft, the same old stocks. But here's what they don't understand. If you go back and look at the volumes on these stocks, and what you have to do every morning, that's what I do with my students, every morning we start trading, and they follow me. And by the way, that's the best way to learn, is to follow somebody. Like my members, they follow me as I trade. I have a select group of stocks. Then every day I go through each stock. So the morning opens at 9:30, we start trading, and they watch my trade, and I explain to them why I'm doing this, or why I'm not doing that, or why I'm adding. That's how you learn. It's the only way you can learn to trade. You have to have somebody you can sit next to that knows what they're doing and watch them. And you continue to watch them, even by osmosis, you start learning. I mean, but to go and listen to somebody on CNBC or Fox Business, I got this hot stock, it's going because the company's doing this and the company's doing that, and they come out with all this BS. The company's got this kind of ratings and earnings. Who cares? To really learn how to make money in a stock, you got to sit next to an expert stock investor who's been doing it for years. Maybe you can find one somewhere. I don't know. My students have me, and they have Steve. So like this morning, we started out trading that we have our bank stocks. We have, for example, we have one group of stocks. We have two different groups. We have one stock group, which we have the spiders, an ETF called XLK. That's an ETF for big tech. We have Microsoft, Apple, Intuit, Tesla, and Starbucks. That's one group. And then we have another group we trade every day. We have Apple. As a group, we have Apple versus Wells Fargo. So in other words, we have the 5 FANG stocks, Apple, Google, Amazon, Meta, and Netflix. And then I take the top 5 investment companies, banks, investment banks, Wells Fargo, BAC, USB, JP Morgan, and Citi. So that way here I have Apple against Wells Fargo. So that means I have a FANG stock, Apple, and I have one of the 5 top investment banks, Wells Fargo. Same thing with Google. And then I have a bank against that, which is, again, one of the top 5 investment banks. So you got the best quality stocks. So as we trade them, the first thing I tell them, you've got to know what the volume is doing. Volume is energy. Nobody looks at the volume. Nobody. What everybody looks at is the little numbers on the right-hand side of their chart, where it says 138, 140, 140. What good is that? And they get in the habit of going, if it's at 138, they go, I better get in before it goes to 140. That's a stupid way of buying a stock. I better get in at 138 before it goes to 139. Or I better get at 139 before it goes to 140. That's not how you buy a stock. What does that mean? What kind of direction is that? What you got to look at is the energy in the stock. So in other words, you want to know in the first hour of trading a stock, by 10:30, we'll say, from 9:30 to 10:30, has it traded 30% of its average daily volume? Now this morning, we looked at 10:30 at our stocks. We took Intuit, it was only trading 11%. Now, in the last 3 days, we had a 7% return on Intuit. So we knew, okay, that this was just all Intuit was doing right now. The volume, okay, wasn't pushing the stock up. You had a lot of short covering coming in here. So we knew that, we got 7%. We're going to start taking profits on our 7% over 3 days. What's wrong with that? We also knew Starbucks, the volume, only 19%, should have been 30%. So we knew darn well to take profits into Starbucks. Now, we didn't get out of either one of the stocks. We kept what we call a scout on. Wells Fargo volume was only 10%, has to be 30%. You understand what I'm saying? Bank of America was only 18%, has to be 30%. USB was only 15%, has to be 30%. So you know when you buy a stock, I don't care what the right-hand column says. It doesn't impress me if a stock went from 72.50 to 77.50. I could care less. I got to know what is the volume. And if your volume every day, like in the last 3 days now, take a look at Starbucks, every day the volume has been lower each day. Every day, instead of the volume increasing each day, it's been lower each day. Now you go take Apple. Apple, the volume's terrible. There's far more sellers than there are buyers. They're also in a position, they're underneath resistance. The volume's horrible, underneath resistance. But people, they don't look at that. They look at, it's at 157.44. I better get in now before it gets to 158. Crazy. And so we get one tech stock today that goes up 17%, DocuSign, and everybody all of a sudden jumps into the wrong stocks. It's the bank stocks is where the money's going. That's where the volume is. And even in the bank stocks, the volume isn't that all great. Isn't that, terrific? Really isn't. So again, if you're going to invest in stocks and you want to do it on your own, you got to be able to find someone like myself or Steve that the market opens, you're sitting right next to them, by computer, I don't mean physically. And then he's saying, okay, I'm buying the stock like this morning, like Wells Fargo. Opened up this morning, we were up about 8%. Opened up with a doji. Volume was not great. By 10:30, by the first hour, Wells Fargo, it wasn't anywhere near 30%. It was only at 10%. We said take profits. Start taking profits. So you learn that way. And you do that enough. If you're sitting next to someone, you do that enough. If you're trading along with an expert, then you're going to be a good trader. To sit there and try to get stocks off of CNBC or these dopes on Fox Business, you're wasting your time.
For more information on this show, go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, 60%. Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. This is Steve Celeste here, the Director of Education for philsgang.com. Just giving you an easy step-by-step process on how to join the gang for 10 days for free with our Working Investor program. So it's as simple as going to www.philsgang.com. At the top of the site, you're going to click on Get Started. Once you're on the next page, simply click on the red banner where it says 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. All right, thanks for listening to the show, and I'll see you on the charts.
There you go. So join the gang free for 10 days. And Steve, during those 10 days, he's right there with you. You can call him or email him about your stock, ask any question, and he'll show you what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right. That's how you learn. Not picking up some stock on CNBC. Not picking up some stock on Fox Business. By the time you hear those stocks, the professionals already they already picked the low-hanging fruit. People who buy stocks listening to some dope on CNBC or Fox Business or Bloomberg, somebody already got me and Steve the low-hanging fruit. When you buy it, we're the guys saying, here, take ours. You can have mine. You can have mine now. It's just unbelievable. Everything they tell you is wrong. Because what they tell you benefits them, benefits the industry, benefits the advertiser. They're not there to help you. They're there to help the advertiser. That's how they stay on the air. It's a scam. Always has been. But let's get back to, listen to this. Listen to this guy here. This is unbelievable.
So I think Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Google, those are all very attractive long-term stocks.
No, they're not. No, they're not. What made those stocks over the last 13 years attractive? Because for the past 13 years, starting in 2008, what drove them is a tsunami of liquidity that the Fed printed to drive interest rates down to zero that created an environment for them. They didn't go up because of earnings. They didn't go up because of top-line sales. They went up because they had a tsunami of money coming in. And they would print any given day $2-3 trillion, go in and give that and split the $2-3 trillion up between Wells Fargo, Bank of America, USB, and JP Morgan and Citi. Or they would take one of them and give them all the money. And they rotate it. Next time it's your turn, Bank of America. Next time it's your turn, JP Morgan. You keep all the commissions. Go in and buy tech stocks. Keep this market going. And every time the market pulled back just a little bit, boom, went up. How many times did we see all-time new highs? 1 year, I think it was 72 times. That's insane. It was all driven by liquidity. Liquidity drove the yields down. Anyone buying a tech stock today, you got to be a dope, unless it's short term. You can't buy a tech stock when a 10-year treasury yield is at 3.325. That's too high. That's not an environment that they do well in. So one stock goes up today. What's it called? DocuSign went up 17%. Now, it's the symbol is DUDU. DOCU. Thank you. DOCU. So it shot up today. Here, let me take a look at it. I didn't even look at the stupid stock. DOCU. Let's take a look at DOCU. Let's look at this stock. So now everybody's going to jump in the stock today. So now you're going to jump in. It went up 17%. Everybody's going to get in right now as it went up 17%. That's insane. You don't do that. Now, the stock was basing, and somebody covered their short position. That's all. They covered their short position. Now, I told my members on Netflix today, or not Netflix, Meta. Meta. Meta has been basing, meaning it stopped going down. Okay, the low on Meta, when the Meta hit a low of near, let me just get this here, hit a low around 155. Let me just get it right here. Yeah, about 155. Every time the market went down, go down 200 points, 300 points, the stock would not go. It would not break through that low. That low has been holding since June 23. So what does that mean? That means the selling by the big institutions are done. If you go take a look at the stock, over the last year, the stock dropped from $361 to that low, okay, of about, as I said, 155. That's a 57% drop. So don't go chase that stock today, DocuSign. Here's what you do. Do what we did. We went in and bought a scout on Meta. What's that mean? We own just one share. What good is that? We don't make money on one share. It makes us pay attention to that stock. And the minute that stock on my Pro 2 turns green, it's all red right now, which is telling you there's very little buying going on. Very little buying. It's all sellers in there, okay? But the selling, there's no buyers coming in, but it's based out. So at some point, they're going to cover their short position, and we're going to get a big run, just like what happened with DocuSign. So if you want to make money off of that kind of a stock, just buy it with what we call a scout. And then then you start looking, and you see the volume starts coming in, add some shares to it, turns green on my chart, that's the okay, and then you buy it. Then you really add some shares to it. And you can make money off these stocks that fell so deep. A stock that falls 50%, those who sold it short, they haven't made any money yet. So if I sold the stock short and it went down 50%, I haven't made any money. I have to buy that stock before I get my check. I have to buy it. So at some point, everybody's going to buy this stock at one point. Because one thing that we know, Meta right now has formed a base. So you can make a good amount of money in that stock if you know what you're doing. What we call a short covering rally. I mean, there's so many things when you're buying stocks. As I said, the only way you're going to make money in the stock market, if you decide that you're going to trade your own stocks, you got to be sitting next to somebody that's an expert and follow what he's doing every day. Just follow him. And if you can follow him, that's anything. That's tennis, that's skiing, that's anything. Race car drivers, You got to have a mentor. You got to have someone you can sit and it's got experience and explains to you what he's doing, why he's doing it. And that's what Steve and I do all day long. All right, let's get back to what's going on here. Look, they want this. They wanted this market to break. Remember, the Federal Reserve is controlled by the very wealthy. The Federal Reserve makes bubble. They created the dot-com bubble, and then they decided to bust it. They created the housing con bubble, then they decided to bust it. They make money on the way up in the bubble, and they make money on the way down. That's how you make money in this business. Kidding, the beginning of the bubble on the way up, and then you make more money on the way down. Now, this bubble that's been going on for 13 years, they decided to break this bubble in 2021 January. And it's been going down. It's working beautiful. And it's going to go down even more. So how do they do that? How do they make it go down? How do they bust this bubble? And how they continue, and how do you know how far it's going to go down? I'll explain all this when I get back. But if you just remember, the market is nothing more but bubble making and bubble crashing. That's all it is. It's simple.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there with the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days. Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Listen to this right here. They always use long term. Listen.
I'm looking at my companies where at least I have some confidence in earnings. Maybe they're going to come down a little bit. They probably will. Yeah. But I still like the long-term themes at companies, long-term market share.
See what they do? They always get you with this long-term. You're going to be the stocks long-term. What the hell does that mean? I'm going to be suffering long-term? That's what it means. You're going to suffer long-term. That's like a stock that goes from $100, goes down to $65. They tell you to buy more of it. Cost average down. It goes from $65 down to $55. They tell you buy more. Cost average down. That's not how you invest in stocks. If you're in a stock and it's at 60 and it starts going down, you get out. Turn around and sell it short. So you're making money either way. Until you learn how to sell short, you should not be in the stock market. There's no way you can make money. That's why 80% of you lose money. You can't. It's impossible. Nobody's that good of a stock picker. You mean to tell me you're going to go watch NBC, CNBC, you're going to watch Fox Business, all these dopes, and Bloomberg, and you're going to pick stocks from them or going to go read some newspaper, and you're going to pick a stock from what they say. And you're only going to buy stocks. And you're going to be that good of a picker. You're going to get in there and buy a stock. It's always going to go up. You're always going to have more wins than losses. Are you out of your mind? That's why 80% of you lose money. Change that today. That's crazy. Insane. Now listen to this. Here's somebody you want to sit next to and learn.
What QT does, interestingly, is it actually reverses what QE did. And QE basically made you sell bonds, buy stocks. QT reverses that. And in a way, yes, that's a headwind to stocks, but actually keeps bond yields dampened, allowing the stock market to do okay over the next 12 months.
That's a lot of nuts!
You got a headache yet? Ridiculous. Okay, let's get back to what's going on. You want to know what's going to happen to the stock market. The stock market's going to go down. That's right. This crash is not over. That's right. It's not. They're engineering the crash right now. They always do. They engineer the bubbles and they engineer the crashes. The easiest way for them to engineer a crash is they make sure there's a dollar shortage. It's easy to do. The Fed, first of all, starts talking about tightening of monetary policy. They do that the minute they slow the economy down. Once they slow the economy down, they start talking about tightening. The minute that happens, people start dumping their euros fast. They start buying dollars. You create a dollar shortage. The dollar rallies. That means companies can't compete overseas. In other words, if you're GE and you're selling washing machines overseas, you can't compete with people from Germany selling washing machines. Your earnings go down. The stock market starts crashing. That's how they pop the bubbles. And that's what they're doing now. They started on the NASDAQ stocks in November, and the NASDAQ stocks are still crashing. All the other stocks started to crash in January. Tell me the last time that you've seen a crash going down now, where we've been crashing since January 2021. Most crashes last 30 days, maybe a month. This crash has been going on since January. But remember what they do. They let the economy slow down on purpose. At first, remember, they print money. They inject money into the economy. Remember, they injected on March 2020, 30 trillion into the economy, printed and injected it into the economy to try to grow the GDP artificial. They printed another 40 trillion on March 2020 and had the 5 biggest banks go in and start buying tech stocks. That's why the stock market rallied from March 2020 to November 1, 2020, 100%. All fake, all artificial. They made their money. So all the big boys made their money. They knew the market was going to go up. They made a fortune. Now they want to pop the bubble. So once they slow the economy down, they don't print money anymore to inject it into the economy. They'll slow the economy down like that. Just boom, slows it down. When the economy slows, raise rates. Everybody sells euros, buys dollars. Now you got a shortage. The earnings start coming out. They're terrible because you can't compete overseas. Unbelievable. Then you'll start hearing Congress talking about changing the U.S. corporate tax treatment overseas. So if you got a company overseas, you got money overseas in your company, they're going to treat the money the way they tax the money, the treatment of that money, they're going to change it. That's right. You're going to pay more taxes so that causes dollars to flow from the United States, from Europe back to the United States. That also kills earnings, and that also helps the market crash. But the dollar shortage is the big one. That's the big one. So always remember, anytime the Fed's talking about tightening and the economy's slow, get ready. You better learn how to short, like we're doing now, and the market's going to crash. It's amazing how people don't understand how the market works. It's crazy. They make the market go up and down. It's a game. And they always throw Main Street under the bus. The Fed takes care of their own. The Fed takes care of the very wealthy. They rigged the bubble to go up. They rigged the bubble to go down to make the wealthy wealthier than they are. The guy on Main Street, he gets screwed. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. The Federal Reserve is not there to kill inflation. If the Federal Reserve really wanted to kill inflation, they would raise not 75 basis points, not 3/4 of 1 point. They'd be raising rates 7 points, 10 points. They don't want to kill inflation. Inflation is they love it. They want inflation. That's how the wealthy get wealthier. Their agricultural land goes up. Pelosi vineyards go up. Her company over in the Solomon Islands, the hatchery there goes up. That's how the rich get richer. They want inflation. They want inflation. And when they are ready to crash the market, they're shorting the market. You make more money shorting it. Remember, they did the same thing with the dot-com crash. The same thing with the housing crash. All engineered. All engineered. But boy, to just imagine, all of that is very inflationary. Think about it, by printing 30 trillion to put into the economy to grow the GDP between March 2020 and November 2021. Know how much inflation that causes to print 30 trillion, then to print another 40 trillion to run the market up. Then they printed another 13 trillion for Biden in the middle of that rally. Remember, from March 2020 to November 2021, they printed another 13 trillion for Biden's social stimulus programs. Remember the ones they signed on 3/11? They signed 4 different bills on 3/11, 2021. Then they signed one other bill on 11/15/2021. All of those bills, inflation, which made the rich get richer and screwed Main Street. Just think about it. Enriches the wealthy. Then Powell turns around and announces, and Yellen announces that inflation was transitory. They know inflation is not transitory. They are creating the inflation on purpose to get the rich richer. They work for the rich in the stock market. It's always the rich. They work for the rich. So when Powell announced and Yellen announced inflation was transitory, these are people with degrees from Harvard and Oxford and MIT and Princeton and Williams College. Are you kidding me? They know more about inflation than anything else. To come out and say they thought it was transitory and they made a mistake, they don't make mistakes. They don't make mistakes. All they did was cover their arses, while inflation was creating wealth for the wealthy and destroying people on Main Street. The reason for the deception by Powell and Yellen, they knew they were going to raise rates. They knew inflation wasn't transitory. These aren't stupid people, but they're not working for you. They're very smart, but they don't use that smart to work for the guy on Main Street, only for the wealthy. So how do you make money then, is the question, if that's the case. You got to follow the money. Follow the money. And when you're investing in stocks, that's all we do. And you got to find somebody that you can sit next to. And I don't mean physically. And and that's what we do here. Every morning, myself and Steve. Every move we make, we explain why we're doing it. We have our same stocks every morning. That's how you learn to invest. The only way you're going to really learn to invest. Everything else is a joke.
You've been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.